Everybody say optimization. That was terrible. Optimization. Okay, so what does this word sound like? What does that mean? Optimus Prime. Wait, I'm leaving. Okay, why did I call him Optimus Prime? What does that mean?
Yeah, the matrix of leadership.
Okay, so maximizing the leadership, right?
Fine.
Cool. I'm quitting. I'm going home. All right. So we're gonna talk about inequalities because you didn't get enough in Algebra 1. I will show you. Okay, so we are. This is my drawing of Optimus Prime. Look at that. Optimus Prime. No. It's great. Okay, so we're going to create a system of inequalities called constraints. What do you know about the word constraint? Yes, restrictions. Okay, this is what limits how much product you can make. We will graph the system and then look for the feasible region. What does feasible region mean? Say it again. It's the area that actually like is the answer, right? Okay, so the feasible region. All right. So all the points satisfy all the inequalities. Okay.
Anybody have a opinion?
No.
We run with the thing right now.
Do you know my pen up there?
Bye. Okay.
No.
I almost killed Safara. Sorry. I was trying not to. Okay, all of the inequalities. All right, one of the vertices, that's the corners, of the feasible region, hey baby, will be the solution to your problem. Did you get the vocab words down? No.
I would like money.
I'll tell you. Calm down. I will show you. Actually, I will go there. You can all the time. Vertices. Vertices.
It's hard. It is hard.
Yeah, dude, it was tough. And it's kind of cropping out.
They wouldn't.
They don't know. Okay. Okay, so here's the hard part. And I know yours is not in color, so pay attention. So a system of constraints is graphed below. Outline the solution area and list the vertices. Okay, so the vertices are where the graph crosses over. Okay, so right here is where they all meet. Okay, where this dark shaded region is where they all overlap, right? Okay, so vertices is going to be at 0, 3. What's another one? 0, 0. 2, 0. And 1, 2. Wow, y'all are so good. Sorry. 30 minutes, man. 30 minutes. I moved my entire house last night. So I did not. I did not. Because the closing dates are during the week, so Monday through Friday. So there's no weekend option. And then on Sunday, I drove a 20-foot box truck to go pick up a couch and then put some more stuff in there and then drove it to McDonough. I made 3 trips to McDonough on Sunday. I'm moving to Hampton, but McDonough, then Hampton, because fiance is in McDonough. Yeah, bro.
That's a long drive.
It's an hour. So he has 2 little children that can only be in the Henry County Public Schools systems because of their mom. I just work here. So we can talk about that later. All right. I have fun stories. It's fine. All right. So a local baseball stadium is designing a new seating arrangement. They want to have at least 1,000 seats, but no more than 1,500. Regular seats take up 4 square feet each, while premium seats take up 6 square feet each. Total available space is 7,000 square feet. If X represents the number of regular seats, and Y represents the number of premium seats, create a system of inequalities to model this situation. You stopped listening to me probably like 3 minutes ago. Okay, so when you have word problems, you got to read it at least twice and you got to take notes on it because otherwise you're not going to remember it. I don't remember what this problem was about and I just read it out loud, right? So they define X and Y, right? Okay. They also told us, that X represented what? All right, we got regular seats, and then Y represents what? The premium seats. So between the X and Y seats, we can't have less than 1,000, but we can't have more than 1,500. So we're gonna have more than 1,000, but less than 1,500. We okay on that one? Yep. It was unit 7 in algebra 1. It was right before your EOC because I've taught everything from algebra 1 to AP Calc. I have only had 30 minutes of sleep. This is what you get. All right. So we want to do the other inequality because the system of inequalities is 2 inequalities overlapping. Okay. So what other information do they tell us? 4 and 6 and 7,000. So if we do 4 square feet per regular seat plus 7 times the premium seat, it's got to be less than 7,000. Did you see how I wrote that? So 4 times the regular seat plus 7 times the premium seat, and it's got to be less than 7,000 square feet. Okay. Normally, these kind of questions have a quantity, and then the next one is either price or how much area they take up. Look at our constraints. Quantity, how many seats, and then how much area they take up. Yeah. Again, you have 2 of the inequalities. So, is it possible to have 800 regular seats and 400 premium seats? I'm going to show you a trick on Desmos. So, what you're going to do is you're going to type these inequalities in just like you see them. So, 1,000 x plus y, 1,500, and then 4x plus 7y is less than or equal to 7,000. Now, you got to zoom out because these are big numbers. Then, what was the question asking us? Okay, so we're going to come down here and we're going to say 800, comma 400. So is that dot inside of the shaded region? Yes. So since it's inside of that, then, yep. That 6. You right. Okay. Did it change anything? No. Okay. Now, the way we wrote that inequality, that first one, we got to kind of break it into 2 different things. So like 1,000 and then x plus y. So is it inside that little region? For some reason, Desmos doesn't read 2 different inequalities. or at least it didn't just now.
Oh, so you gotta put all three.
Mhm.
Alright.
Cool. So yes. There we go. So yes, it's possible. And it satisfies all the constraints. Mm.
I have to say all that.
Because it says 6 square feet.
Say all that, you say the rest of the property page size.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. It's 6Y. Can you try the next one?
I can, but.
No. Try it. No. Charles.
But the question.
30 minutes, Charles.
You know,
Charles is stressed. Let's talk about it. So, a dance costume designer is creating outfits for a show. She needs to make both tops and bottoms. Each top requires 2 yards of fabric, 1 hour of labor. Each bottom requires 3 yards of fabric, 1.5 hours of labor. She has 100 yards of fabric and 60 hours of labor time. Let T represent the number of tops and B represent the number of bottoms. Write a system of inequalities to represent this situation. What are the two inequalities going to be? One's going to be about what? No. And the other one's going to be about,
labor.
okay, so 2 yards per top. How many yards per bottom? Oh, I need to write the right thing. 2T plus 3B. And how much yards do we have in total?
No.
100 yards in total. Okay. Now the hours, we got 1 hour for top and 1.5 per bottom. And we only have 60 hours. Boom. Did you do it?
No.
Do what? It's because I annotate. I write down. Okay, so respectfully, when the fact that y'all have grown up with the whole like scrolling through social media and that kind of stuff has made it so that when you read word problems, like your mind literally stops paying attention to it. Like you do. So you have to go back and you've got to read it through twice. You've got to actually annotate it. Take a highlighter to it, just like what I did. I underlined what the like it's in yards, it's in labor hours. So I underlined that and then I matched those up to write my inequality. Yeah, that's not judgment. That's a hey, do something about it. What, Charles? All right, what's up, Saya? Okay. All right, Chef Maria is catering an event and needs to prepare 2 types of appetizers, mini quiches and stuffed mushrooms. Quiches. It's like the little like, yeah, they're not bad. You gotta like spinach though. Kind of. It's like cornbread but softer, and not taste like cornbread. No, not quite. We'll have quiches at our thingy.
No, I don't want that.
Each tray of mini quiches requires 30 minutes of prep time. So what should you underline?
30 minutes.
Okay, cool. And 20 minutes of oven time. So what should you underline?
Oven time. 20 minutes.
Okay, cool. Got it so far. Wow. The tray of stuffed mushroom needs 15 minutes of prep time and 40 minutes of oven time. So what 2 numbers should you underline? 15 and 40. Okay. So you should have 4 things underlined at this point. The kitchen has 240 minutes of prep time and 280 minutes of oven time available. All right, so first we got to declare our variables. So X is going to be the quiches, the mini tray of quiches. It's such a weird word. All right. The other one is going to be the mushrooms. Okay. Now we have to I did. So now we've got to actually write the constraint. So for 30 minutes of prep time, we're going to say 30x plus 15 what?
Wow.
Y is less than or equal to what?
20 minutes of prep time.
240 minutes of prep time. Okay?
I like that one.
What?
Why? How come it's not? No. How come it's not 40? How come it's not 20? Or is that the next one? 20 minutes of prep time to 40 minutes of prep time.
That's the next one. 20x plus 40y is less than or equal to 280. Okay, now here is the new part. Ready? Can you have negative minutes? No. So we're going to have to define our other constraint. X is greater than or equal to 0 and y is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, and that's the reason why is because we can't have negative numbers. Now, most of the time that's assumed. But if they ever ask for all of the constraint inequalities, that's what you got to put. Good. All right, go ahead and graph on Desmos and tell me what your vertices are. All of them in Desmos. Here are my vertices. 0 to 0, 7, 6, 4, 8, 0. And the one that everybody always forgets all the time ever, 0, 0. Okay? Goofy? Questions? See, it's not even that bad. Y'all were freaking out. Y'all were freaking out for no reason. So, is it possible for Chef Maria to make 4 trays of mini quiches and 6 trays of stuffed mushrooms? So, we're going to go in here and we're going to say, parentheses, 4, comma, 6. Is it inside the dark shaded region? No. You see it? Do you see it? Okay, cool. So no. Okay. On the next one, a tray of mini quiches has a profit of $20, and a tray of stuff has a profit of 15. What's the profit function? Oh yeah, 20x plus 15y. Why?
That's the answer. Right?
Say again?
20 per trailer. We need kitchen for.
Okay. So now we're gonna come down here and fill in our vertices. And we're gonna use that profit function to fill in. So like the first one, we'll do 20 times 0 plus 15 times 7. And that'll give me a profit of 105. Can you do the next 3? All right. So when you plug all this junk in, you got 180. Hey, yo, this is the important part. 160 and then 0. Which one made the most profit? Okay. So to maximize our profit, we're going to do 6 quiches and 4 trays stuffed mushrooms. Rule of thumb, normally when you look at your Desmos graph, whatever value is kind of like over here to the side and where all the lines connect is normally where you maximize your profit. Most of the time. But you want to make sure that you check all your vertices though. Okay? Everybody good? So flip the page. Your turn. What? Yeah. No, I'm not doing anything. All right, your turn. Example 2. Go. Yes, all right. Okay. Okay. Rose's Guitars produces acoustic and electric guitars. Each acoustic guitar yields a profit of $80, It requires two work hours. What? I can't say word scenario. 30 minutes.
No, you said it. You said it, right?
Anyways, all right. So what you should have underlined in here: 3 hours work in factory B, 2 hours work in factory A, and operates for at most 8 hours. Operates 3 hours work in factory B. 7. There we go. 4 in A, and then 9 hours on the other one. Okay. Profit didn't matter until part D. D. Look at what the question says. What is the profit? Yeah, that's where it's dealing with that money. So X is the number of acoustic guitars. And Y is the number of electric guitars. Very good. Okay, now let's write our constraints. The first one that you should write down is X is greater than or equal to 0 and Y is greater than or equal to 0. Because can you have negative guitars? Possibly, but no. Okay.
How do you turn that?
Be quiet in here during the test, and then you just every time. Okay, so we've got what?
Oh.
Are you looking at it? So 2x plus 4y is less than or equal to 8. 3x plus 3y is less than or equal to 9. Do you see why I matched those up? Oh, gosh. Okay, look at the numbers that we underlined. The 2 goes with x or y. Y.
Why?
No. Okay, I'm sorry. Like y is in WHY. My bad. All right, so 2x. It's not funny. Okay, 2x plus the 4y. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. It says it down here. Like I said, if you don't read through this at least 3 times, then you ain't gonna get it. Huh?
Okay. I can see it. I think.
Okay, graph them and then tell me what your constraints are.
It's too pink.
What?
All right, so your points are going to be 0, 0, 2, and 3, 0, and 2, 1. No. All right, what is the profit function? So that's talking about the money up at the top. So we're gonna have 80x. No, you're wrong. What? 3, 0, broski.
Get 0 D.
Somebody check him. Or never mind. Nothing?
Say something.
I said check him. Oh, you're wrong? Anybody else get 2, 0 instead of 0, 2? Remember, your x goes first, so that's left, right first. And then y is... Okay. Osiris, you're wrong. Okay. So now we're going to take each one of these points. We're going to take each one of these points, and we're going to plug it into the profit function. Okay? When we do that, we should get 200, then 260, then 240, and then 0. You're welcome. Okay, so which one maximizes the profit? 2, 1. Okay, so the last question, 2, 1. Yeah. Questions?
I say.
No, no, Charles.
Oh,
Charles?